this is it. We did the other, clipped in the other side of the camera, just that one single. And then as you can see, we'll put up hopefully a before and after if I can understand how to do it. But you can't see anywhere where her hair, where Danny's hair starts and stops. Like, hello, this belongs to her now. Don't come for her and tell her she's got extensions in, because right now, she hasn't got extensions in. She owns this. I own 90% of this company. But yeah, look. We can't even see where they start and stop. And that's no trickery of camera. I ain't playing magic on you. I'm just doing a good job. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to curl it. So we're just going to go through, we're going to do a thing called a run wave. I'm going to turn the camera up because she can't see me. So now we're just going to curl it. We're going to do a thing called a run wave. This is a thing that Adam taught me. I don't know if that's the professional name of it, but me and Adam just call it a run wave. So it's basically just tongs. I'll show you it. Basically, you're trying to keep narrow, flat, lazy, undone tongued hair. So now we're going to curl it. So what I'm doing, I'm using Loreal Infinium hairspray in Hold Soft. And then I'm going to show you how to do this. So you take quite a chunky section. There's actually 2 layers of extensions in there. And then what we're going to do is you clamp it, yeah? You chuck the hair in front of your tongue and you spin back on yourself, and then you take it out and you collapse it. Spin. And then you take it out and you collapse it. So basically, I don't know if anyone's heard of the technique dread tonging, but basically that's what you're doing. People probably have dread dried before. But that's basically what you're doing. You want to create a really narrow curl. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. We're going to go in different directions as well. So this one, you're going to clamp, and then you're going to grab the hair from underneath, pull it, wrap it, and then collapse it. So take the hair, pull it, wrap it, and collapse it. It actually looks a lot trickier than what it is. It's actually not that tricky, but every time me and Adam try and teach it to someone, their mind is like, what are you doing? So yeah, you basically want to create a really, really, really narrow curl. Grab it. So I went away, I went in, so now I'm going away again. So you do away. This way is actually the easiest. This is probably the way people can get it. They get it this way because you basically kind of working with the hair, if that makes sense. The trick is as well, I always say a big trick is this cord, should point to the floor. You'll never ever be able to do, I'll come down here, you'll never ever be able to do a run wave with the cord in the air. The cord has to always be on the floor. Your tongue always has to be standing up like this, right? And you use your lever, but you don't keep opening your lever. It's not a tap, you're not tapping the curl. That's quite like an American thing where you like Marcel wave it. You basically just close it, and then you pull it, and then you glide it, and you collapse it, and then you glide it, and you collapse it, okay? So clamp. This is the tricky one because you have to go and grab the hair, and you're kind of going against it there. You also need to set it like that, because if you don't set it, it becomes too dready and it looks very grunge, and that's not the vibe. The vibe is like a kind of like LA. The vibe is like a kind of like LA soft, like beach wave. So set it and then pull it, set it and pull it, pull. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to just keep working through the hair. I'm going to do all the back and then I'll come back to you. So We actually had a technical difficulty then. I wasn't filming all of this, basically. So, what we're going to do, we're going to keep going. Basically, I've just worked my way, what I did on the last section at the bottom, I've just worked my way all the way through the hair. Okay? So, first time for everything. God loves a try, doesn't he? So close the hair. Grab it, pull it, set it, pull it, set it, collapse it, pull it, set it, grab the end, make sure the end is curly. Okay, turn your head that way, don't I? Turn. Actually going to do a different technique now, it's probably really going to confuse you, but I'm actually just going to take the hair, wrap it round, and then just pull it down, 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 down. Okay? So you just keep a really lazy curl that goes off of the face, okay? And then come back round here, turn it on your head, grab that. Okay, and then clamp it, come over, grab that hair, pull it, set it. And then down, 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 down. Yeah. So guys, we're just back here. We actually have changed cameras, so we ran out of memory, so we're actually on a different camera, which I actually feel like it's quite better. I feel like I look, instead of me being like this now, I'm actually pretty in the middle. Okay, so grab this hair, take this section. You've got to be really careful as well when you twist the hair, when you clamp it, you can't clamp it for too long because you'll get like an indentation, and nobody wants that indentation, so you just got to be quite quick. But sometimes if it doesn't, that end doesn't play, like that needs more of a straight bend on it, so you just just go back in and do that, okay? So take this. I'm actually going to do this one onto the face, so clamp, turn. Perfect, so that's all of that side done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to the other side, and I'm just going to bash through it, and then when we're close to finishing I'm going to show you again. Right, so last section guys. Spray. Exact same thing, take this front hair. I kind of want to give it a tiny bit of root lift. So what I'm going to do is, Danny, if you just look at the camera a little bit. So I'm just going to roll this tongue up into the hair like this. Be careful you don't touch their scalp. I've done it before, trust me, they're not very happy with you. But all it'll do is it'll kind of set it up a little bit. So when it falls, it's got a little bit more volume to it. And clamp. And then just down, 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 down. We're going to redo that again, that wasn't very cute. turn, turn. Perfect. Round here, I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did on that front section. I know on everything else I only did it once, but around here I'm going to do it twice. Just so I can get that front section sitting really, really nice. And then I'm going to come back to that end and just grab it and then run wave the end. Okay. I think I'm going to do all of this away from the face, all of this section. Perfect. Look at me. Perfect, so let's pop this down. What I'm going to use is I'm going to use a tiny bit of SamMcknight Lazy Girl. If you can see that because it doesn't focus. No, you can't see that, but it's called SamMcknight Lazy Girl and it's like a dry shampoo. I'm literally just going to spray it through the top section. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is take a GHD wide tooth comb. You definitely want to brush these out with a wide tooth comb because you want to keep the air in them basically. You don't want to use a paddle brush or a mason or a bristle brush because what you'll do is you'll brush all of the air out of them and it will lie very flat and very done looking, and that's not the key to this look. What I'm going to do is use a tiny bit of Easy Updo around this hairline. I'm just going to tease it a tiny bit, so I'm going to take one section here, tease, 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 and the second section here, just like so, tease, 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 drop it, and then just literally brush that out. I'm going to use a tiny bit of SamMcknight Cool Girl. You can't see any of these, so I don't even know why I'm doing that. Maybe you can see it back here, but never mind. This is like an amazing product for like doing like beautiful soft like undone waves. It's just like a spray that just really texturizes the curl but doesn't make it feel too like dirty. It keeps the luxe kind of vibe in it. And then I'm going to finish off with a tiny bit of SamMcknight Morden hairspray. And that, guys, is how you take someone from a mid-length hair, clip-in extensions, curl them, keep it super glam, keep it super natural. That is the end result. So just kept it super lazy, super undone. Just kept a tiny bit of texture in it. Just kept it really youthful. A tiny bit of volume through the front. And then just blending in all the extensions so you can't see where our natural hair starts and where it finishes. Thanks, guys.